All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go. Wait. White. Right there. Hey, whoa. Out here all day.
Garoppolo on first down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman, and he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
65. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught at the 20. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Here we go. 180. Time to go. Night.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Garoppolo drops it off for Coleman. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. 180. Let's go, defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Check. Hey, alert.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, Cook. And some room to work. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the 35 on 2nd down, Cousins. And Diggs has it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the 1st quarter play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Good route here. Hey, pick it up, defense. Breaker on the hop. Right there.
From the 17, Cousins. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
Here we go.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Rush in, 13. Check 15. 11.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarek McKinnon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo, man open, it's Goodwin. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Garoppolo. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
11.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Hey, box truck.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down. At the 27-yard line.
From the 27, Cousins. It's hauled in by Doxson. 22 yards there, a 1st down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49ers' 44-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 5.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Brandy, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end,
He says it passed over the 1 yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Alpha. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
To throw is Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Here we go. What do you need? Mike 54. Man, I got you. Man.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. Completes it to Coleman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Coleman. And an alley to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Check. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They run it again with Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins. And he finds Cook. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Out there now, the lefty Tavecchio for the Falcon field goal.
A 31-yard attempt.
Tavecchio puts this one through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Niners go first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
7 yards on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur. That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Cook. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
I know, easy.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Cousins now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, we're good.
56,
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go, defense.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Hey. 21. Here we go. 55. Bravo.
Garoppolo now. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Pettis hauling this in from Garoppolo, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. The Niners on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Coleman. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That burst good for 20 and a first down. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3.
Niners 17, Vikings 3. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Cousins now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10. To throw is Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. Here's Cousins. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gould able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch 54. I don't think you got it, son.
Cousins the thrower. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Coleman now. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Check Mike 54.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. This is Coleman. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gold to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Niners 38, Vikings 3.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Cousins from the gun on third. That'll be complete to Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. The throw complete to Beebe. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Cousins now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. One last shot now for Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the 49ers, their good start continues as they get their record up to